Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. In this video we are going to explore procedural train painter tool, which is very nice asset available on asset store, and it's totally free, and it is for custom textures or multiple textures we can add on a certain train. It's a very useful asset. So in next 2-3 days I will create some videos on train systems and are related to Unity train, and also easy roads updated version. I will make some tutorials on that as well, and some other assets are related to our train which are very useful assets. So here we can import this asset to Unity project, and then we can create a train. We can go to 3D or object, and then we can click on train, and now we have our train at this point. We can definitely add heights and other things to our train. So let's select the raise or load train section. We can select this any brush. So let's select this one. We can add a brush size and opacity as well. So let's add some mountain section here maybe, and then we can just paint the train like this. In the middle we are painting less and less heights, and here on the sides or certain areas of the mountains are big. Okay, so in this way we are just creating a simple sculpting a simple train, and I just use this only this brush, and definitely you can use other brushes as well. So I just use this one, and then we select this brush, and let's delete some area of the train. So I will just press Ctrl, and we will just delete certain area by pressing actually we can press shift and smooth some area, or we can press Ctrl and why it's not deleting the area. Okay, it's still adding the area, raise or load train for certain problem, because I just press the Ctrl, then even it's not making it smooth. So let's press shift, and then we can smooth. So here for example this area is fine. That's fine. We can just press shift and we can cut out this area as well. Just you can imagine of a river area maybe. Okay, and like this. So you can see that we have this type of train now, and we want to add some texture to this train. Definitely we can use a lot of other brushes as well for multiple purpose, and we can paint the texture as well, which is the default way of adding texture to this map. But we are not going to do so, because we want to actually add dynamic textures. So for that purpose we will just create an empty object here, and we will name this object train painter, whatever names you can add, and then we will just add a component, and here we will find train painter tool. Okay, here you can see train painter. So we will just select this train painter, and then we will click on this plus sign, and we will drag off this train inside this object. Now we are ready to add texture to our train. So for instance we can select our layers, and in layers we can add multiple textures. So let's click on plus, and here you can see we have various textures. So let's add cliff texture. You can add your own textures as well. So let's add this dirt texture maybe. Let's add this grass texture maybe, and this grass and rocky texture. So let's mix up these 3-4 textures, and for that purpose we will just move this cliff. The texture on the top will stay on the top, and then we will use this grass and rock, and then grass, and then dirt. So this will be the sequence. So now what we want is that we will just select the clips, and here we will just go to modify stack, you can see, and then if we click on plus, you can see that we have various features here. So if we click on heights, we can actually add height, a minimum height of the for this texture and maximum height for this texture. So minimum height, let's suppose we can use maybe 100, and you can see that when we have added 100 height, we can't see that texture. So it means that the height of this train is, I think, lesser than 100. So let's add something like 70 maybe. See, sometimes it will not available in the result. You can't see the result here and on the train. So for that we will just go to settings, we will just click on auto repaint and recalculate bounds, and now you can see that our texture is available on the top peaks, and the minimum height of the peaks is 70. So let's make it maybe 90. So now this texture is on the top, it will stay on the top. And now we can add other textures as well. The maximum height you can assign, it's up to you. Minimum fallout and maximum fallout you can also assign, and it's up to you. You can read the documentation of this asset, and then you can explore other things as well. So let's select the another second one, and let's select the height as well. And for this minimum height we will just assign maybe 65, and now you can see we have this multiple texture here, and this texture is actually blending after this rocky cliffs texture, and then we have this grass texture, and you can see that grass texture is everywhere. So let's select the grass texture, and we will just assign a height of grass texture to something like 40 maybe, and now you can see that we have dust texture as well to the heights which are very lower heights. Okay, so in this way you can see that we have added multiple textures to our train, but we can also blend some options here, these textures as well. And for that, select any texture, and we can add multiple properties like noise, like slope, like texture mark, and like curvature. So curvature, let's add the curvature here, and now if we just move the slider a little bit, you will see a nice blending between these two textures. So here you can see, just move the slider a little bit, and let's add the slider a little bit quicker and towards this, and here you can see that we have a nice blending between these two textures, but it's not up to mark because certain reason, because here you can see we have minimum, and we can actually play with the radius and minimum fallout, maximum fallout, etc. things are also there for the curvature. So I don't know why it's, here you can see this is a better blending, and you can see that these two textures are now mixed up. Okay, and now we can select another second one, and for this we will just add a curvature, and we will just add some curvature to this texture as well, and here you will see the maximum blending here. You can see just blend out here, so we'll just increase the radius, minimum fallout, maximum fallout, increase the slider and a little bit, and here you can see that we have nice blending between these two textures as well. So in this way we can blend different textures actually, and here we have the green one, so we can just more towards the green, so let's add it. So yeah, this much blending is good. So now in this way you can see that we have added multiple textures, and we also have multiply these textures with curvature. So effect, and we can, in this way we can actually at any time we can select the texture. We can add noise to this texture as well. If you will go to noise, you can see we have two options of noise. We have gradient, we have simplex. If you will add simplex, you can see that its level is like the slider is like this, and if gradient, you can see it's totally blend out, and if we move it a little bit the slider like this, you can see it will give us this type of nice blending between two gradients, okay, two textures. And if we go to simplex, you can see that we have the better result. So if we move this slider, you can see this type of nice blending here, and we have a noise on this texture. Similarly, we can add noise on other textures as well. So I will not move to one by one on all the textures. So let's select the cliffs one, and let's add the another property which is actually the another modifier stack, which can be the slope. And for the slope we also have some. So here you can see that we can decrease the slider, and here on the this area you can see the result. We can just increase the slider like this, and we can create this type of fall out effect here, okay, like this. So you can see we can blend texture in ultimate with ultimate possibilities. And also we have this texture mask option as well, where we can actually add the 2D texture, and we can mask our tiling as well. So let's add, for example, some texture like this black one just for testing purpose. And now you can see that we can actually get the RGBA values, and we can span train, we can increase the tiling like this, okay. And you can see that when we will move the tiling, we have this texture on certain areas, and we can actually affect these textures by this new black type of texture as well. So here you can see also on this texture you can see this type of black texture blend as well, okay. So these are lot of options available to create very nice textured trains in Unity. And that's it for this tutorial. You can use this asset to create unlimited possibilities with your trains. That's it for this video. Next video will move further.